Alright, we're watching Iamsocool, who's playing Ana on Circuit Royale. This is in Masters. Actually, I want to check at the end of this video real quick. I want to confirm it's a loss. Okay, it's a loss. Okay. Cool. So, I actually reviewed this player like 4 months ago. So this is one of my earliest reviews once I started doing video reviews. So I'm actually kind of interested to see the progress. I didn't look at the previous one, but I know it was back in high plat, I think, something like that. All right, so number one is I would not be playing down here. I would be playing up top. I think that's kind of the default spot for all supports to play. It gives you a better vantage, right? The nades are much easier to throw up here. You can see over enemies, see over allies. I wouldn't be playing low ground. I would definitely start up top and then drop low ground when you need to. No need to play low ground to start. And I think part of that, like, I think playing low ground already causes your team to kind of back up earlier than they need to.
Engage this enemy.
I'm starting to wonder if this might be console. So you have to be very careful peeking corners like that because it is not uncommon for them for Hanzo to have Sonic Arrow here. He actually does a really good job, but this is an excellent Sonic Arrow. So I would probably play this wider angle, but I probably wouldn't have gone further than here, and he could still see me there. But as you can see, when you go to throw this nade, you immediately get hit by that arrow. So I think that's something to think about, is always, when there's a Hanzo in the game, always think, like, does he have Sonic Arrow here? Because this could have headshot you easily. And one thing that you can do to check this is to juke it, right? Go to the corner right before you'd see it, and then immediately step back to see whether or not an arrow was fired. That's a spam dart. That's no good. Like, I don't understand why you're not helping your ball at all right now, right? Like, you could easily be playing over here, like, you're full health, and trying to heal your ball, right? Shoot enemies, throw grenades. There's, like, a lot that you could be doing right now. Instead, you're just sitting way back. Like, your impact is basically zero. Now you have to back up. Because once the Sigma stacks up, now you have to back up. You have to stop jumping so much. I feel like this has to be console, right? The reason why I'm saying that is because nobody is playing the way that I would expect them to in Masters, right? Everyone is being kind of passive and playing the game slower than I would expect. So this sleep, again, it's a bad sleep, right? Like, yes, it technically hits Sigma. First of all, you had no idea that this was going to hit the Sigma. And it's not necessarily high value here in general, right? You want to save the sleep for, like, could this actually do something? Sleeping the Sigma there does not help you win this fight. You know? So, for example, if you slept the Widow here, that would be much higher value, right? Taking the Widow out for 6 seconds or whatever, that's much higher value than sleeping the Sigma, who's going to get woken up no matter what. So, because of Sigma Splash, I think you should heal and then get further back. Just to not end up taking so much spam. This is unfortunate. He dies pretty fast. I don't think there's a lot you could have done in that situation. Another sleep dart that doesn't do anything. So don't leave this corner, right? Like, you need this corner. This corner is huge. Like, you have to stay. This is the final fight for this point, right? If you die here, like, it is what it is. You know, you do not want this point to cap and you still be alive. That would be a big mistake. Again, another sleep dart that just goes straight into a shield. So right now, what's a good sleep dart? Sleeping the Hanzo would be good, right? Sleeping the Moira would be huge. Like, these are valuable things to be doing with sleep, not just randomly chucking it. I think it's okay as a nano. I don't hate it. I think the reason why ball is generally not a great nano target, and there's no reason. I guess he's purpled here. Yeah, there's no reason for this Sigma to die, because between Moira Coalescence and Mercy Healing, even though he's anti-healed initially, he should definitely not die here. Yeah, I guess Discord is enough. So yeah, I think it ends up being a good nano at the end of the day. You certainly don't have other nano targets, I guess. So it pretty much limits you to only nanoing the ball.
A testament to my skill.
You're stepping up right now, which is the right call. Accuracy's good. Alright, so let's think. How does this Genji get this close to you to begin with? Okay, I got you. So he dashes up. The Sigma gets super low here. I think that's a reasonable sleep dart. Oh, he eats like a headshot. No. So, yeah, doing alright. Trans was a little late, but that's not your fault. I would go for the Mercy right now. Like, right now, while Trans is up, you're invincible, okay? Like, this fight is over unless you get a kill. You have to get a kill right now. The only way that you can win this is if you kill the Mercy, right? You must kill the Mercy right now. Like, stop dodging, just kill the Mercy. Just scope right now and kill the Mercy. Yeah, this is the wrong call. You're not being aggressive enough when you need to be, right? And now you're leaving the fight, but like, it doesn't matter. The point's over anyway. Like, if you die here and get staggered, this is huge, which is exactly what's gonna happen. So, I think you need to know, like, when do I fight and just die, right? Again, Trans is here, like, you basically have 5 seconds to kill whoever you want. Like, you're effectively invincible right now, right? Use this opportunity, kill the Mercy, right? Then try to kill the Genji after that. And then, winnable fight, you know? But, like, you spend so much time rotating over here trying to save your Widow, like this, it's just not gonna happen, right? Your Zen either gets to her or she doesn't. This is a big mistake.
Suppress this target.
Here is an enemy.
I have you. Keep fighting.
Stop the payload.
Come to me for healing.
Helden sterben nicht.
I've got you.
Heed this one.
That grenade's not the right time. So, like, yes, the Sigma is like half health, and he's like sort of overextended, but the thing is, even if you land this nade, he's behind cover, and your team is not the kind of team that can walk out and get this kill. Plus, I assume he still has grasp, which means, yeah, exactly, he's like basically unkillable. This is not a good nade. You should save this nade for sure. What you should have been doing is, right, healing the ball I think is fine, right, after you heal him up, good, right, you have 7 ammo right now. I would start shooting the Genji / Mercy right now. That's actually what you should be doing, not chucking this nade and doing nothing. You're too focused on just healing instead of damage. That's another sleep that I don't think is good value. You're backing up too much. Again, the fight, this is the last fight for this point. There is not going to be another fight. So there's no point surviving this fight. You should stay in a position that gives you maximum value to win this fight. You trying to play further and further and further back means that you can't step forward and throw, for example, a nade into 2 people. You know? Because you're playing way too far away. You can't throw a sleep to shut down one of the backliners. See, that ends up being a nade that's like, yeah, you used it to save your ball. But like, I mean, I guess you had to. I mean, I would have preferred that sleep to come out earlier and used against the enemy. As a general rule, don't throw nades at teammates, right? I think that's probably one of the cardinal rules for Ana. Do not throw nades at teammates. See, this, first of all, you hear this raw coming. You should have immediately stayed to the right. But this death, weirdly enough, I'm actually okay with this. Because you're trying to contest the point. You know? Like, obviously, you shouldn't have actually died, but at least you're playing up and trying to contest the point. Versus, if you stayed over here, it's like, yeah, you never died from the rock. But on the other hand, like, you can't influence this fight that's going on out there. Your team managed to hold, which is great. So, I think you just trust your aim right now, right? I don't think you throw a grenade. As long as you keep healing here, you will out-heal Coalescence. I don't think you chuck nade here, because you want to save nade for now, where I would chuck it at the Moira. I think sleep there is fine. Okay. Right. I think you're trying to sleep nade your ball too at the same time, so I understand. When she's discorded, you can just straight up kill her. I would reload right now. Should have reloaded. You should still reload. Like, everyone's full health right now. You should reload. You only have 3 ammo left. That nade is too far. Way too far. Not even close. Reload. Alright, so you're up 1. Your perspective should be, let's try to get aggressive here.
شكله مؤلم. Covering you.
Over there.
Helden sterben nicht.
In cheap MN.
It's a good nade on the Genji, right? See, that's good, right? As soon as you nade the Genji, he has to leave. He cannot stay around now.
Nodding off.
So I would have personally played right side instead of left side. That way you and the Zen don't need the same spam.
This we cut
But you do have blade coming, so can't stay too far away from the Zen.
An enemy here.
Yep.
You're powered up. Get up.
Oh, unfortunate. Okay, so you nano here, which I think is a reasonable call. But the problem is now you're walking backwards on a straight line, and the shield just barely doesn't cover the Widow shot. I think this is just a general note to just never walk backwards on a straight line, and then you jump too, which makes it even worse. Like, looking at it from her perspective,
وريهم قوتك.
yeah, the jumping, if you've been going left-right, like regular strafing, I think you would have been fine.
Style here. First.
Your Zen holds trance for a while, but eventually pops it, it's okay. Yeah, good nade.
Need healing.
You know where the Widow is? I wouldn't have jumped that, I would have waited until I got healed.
I'm here. Keep fighting.
So, you don't want to be playing in this open area, right? Like, especially since they have snipers, like, you just don't do this. Like, just play, like, left side, right? Preferably left side. Left side actually is much safer because there's no flank route here. And your team has high ground control. So just playing left, right, playing this pillar, right, playing right here if you just want to keep the Sigma alive. Those are much better options than just standing in the open.
Fine. Execute.
The problem if you play right side is the Genji might come through right room. Well, I guess it was a Genji, now it's a Hanzo. Again, another spam sleep. It's okay to just hold sleep, right? If you hit that sleep, it's not going to change the game. Don't do that. Right? Just save it for when you really need it.
Stand up straight.
Suppress this target.
Nothing you can do about that. That's up to that. So, the second that you hear this, I would immediately run to the right side corner of this room. Because I want to, A, spread out from anybody else, and B, want to make sure that I'm not picked up somewhere where I can be seen. Because Sigma cannot solo kill me with Flux. He has to either do more damage himself, or somebody else needs to do the extra 50 damage. So if I run over here, and I still have Grenade, right? And Grenade will give me, what, like 100 health back? So just run over here, right? As soon as he picks you up, then see if he's going to attack you. If he's going to attack you, I mean, if he attacks you, then just nade right away, right? If he doesn't attack you, nade when you hit the ground. Definitely don't stand out here in front of this doorway, right? This is no good. You don't want that to happen, right? Get ready to nade. Yep, good, good.
30 seconds remaining.
So for the record, after you slept him, honestly, you could have gone for the sleep while he's in the air, but he's not in a tough angle there. Yeah, there's no way you could have slept him. Yeah, you did a good job looking around to make sure nobody else needed help. After you sleep, I would have immediately re-peeked and started shooting. Because I can tell my Sigma's about to attack him.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, be careful here.
In cheap MN. Covering.
So, I understand throwing this nade. You don't need to throw this nade. So Sigma doesn't actually do that much damage. Sigma can only do about 73 damage a second. So your Sigma right now has 203 health, right? So it's going to take about 3 seconds for your Sigma to die. Plenty of time for you to break this nearly destroyed barrier and heal your Sigma with darts. I would save the nade to chuck at the enemy Sigma after the shield is broken.
Cheap MN. Covering you.
Do not provoke me. Helden sterben.
Yeah, they're not going to contest. Okay, so let's see how offense goes.
Well,
Let's play ball again.
escort the payload.
Heed this one. Here is an enemy.
Suppress this target.
Here is an enemy.
Don't fret. I see you.
So you end up running out of ammo here, which I say is kind of a general problem.
An enemy here.
Right after the Widow died, I would just reload right now because this shield is no longer doing anything. This and the Sigma has dropped. I think that you need to be better about your reloads.
Here is an enemy.
And now when you really need it, like this is kind of a critical moment, which forces you to throw the nade at your ball versus throwing the nade and trying to go forward, hit the Genji or Sombra. Oh, that's a lot of misses.
I appreciate the support.
Your Hanzo also needs healing, yeah.
I have you. Keep fighting.
An enemy here.
So I like the idea of that nade. I think the nade is in fact actually off target. It's a tough, really tough angle to throw the nade though. Oh yeah, it is. It's on target, but I think it's going to be too low on the car, and it's going to block LOS that way. That's just unlucky. Alright, Widow's going to die here. Nothing you can do about that.
Let you fall.
Heed this one.
Yeah, so I mean, in this situation, either your team comp needs to change, or your snipers need to hit a pick, or you need a big nade, or nano needs to happen. This is a terrible grenade, right? Just heal him. Again, nade right now would be absolutely huge to potentially get a pick.
Enemy here. Harmony for
You need to stop standing in the open.
Need this.
Don't nade.
over there. Understood.
So when you walk up here to this doorway, you're like, oh, let me heal the Widow, but you're open to everybody else over here. Like, you should deserve to die for that.
Here is an enemy. An enemy here.
For general, oh no.
You're fine.
Heal your Zen. Right? Like, heal your Zen. You saw your Zen get picked up with you. That's fine. I mean, they use Blade, they use Nano, that's fine, no problem. Right, you got ultis now to push this. So, when I hear this, I understand, hey, my Sombra's taking the fight, I would step in and try to heal the Zen. That's what you should be doing right now.
No wonder I
Because I think your Sigma's going to win that fight no matter what after you purpled.
Engage this enemy.
Yep, go for the Mercy. This is a good call. Yeah, yep, that should kill her. Perfect.
Engage.
Payload mobilizing. I'm here. Keep fighting.
Oh boy. So the Sombra is hiding. She walks right in front of you. So this is kind of an interesting call right here. So you have 5 up. I think if you were very quick, the right call would have been to nano your Sigma, but you would have had to be pretty quick here. Because you can tell by what she's doing, like this could be the MP. Alright, and then after that, you should have immediately healed your Hanzo in the distance, recognizing that he is actually the most in danger. It's tough to make that read in real time, but oh man, Widow even kills the Sombra. Okay, so it's 4. Oh, actually, you lost both DPS. Now it's not winnable. I think you just need to reset now.
That must sting. Stand up straight.
Here is an enemy.
Hostile here.
What is that melody?
I would. Oh no.
Engage this enemy.
What is that melody?
So, if you were very quick here, I think this nade is fine. I probably would want to get a little more damage in before I naded him, A. But B, as soon as he starts rock, I would have tried to sleep him.
Engage this enemy.
Sleep there would have certainly been a lot better. But I think it's mostly your Sigma's fault for a bad flux. Yep, good nade. Alright, cap.
I've got you.
Sleep. Yep, you tried. I mean, you went a totally different angle. What are you going to do about it? Nade, that's the most you can do.
I have you. Keep fighting.
Yep, back up again. That's good sleep, right? I think you hit it. Yeah, you hit it. But yeah, Sombra's gonna chase you down. But great sleep. Again, not much you can do about that. I actually do think it makes sense to help break down the shields for your snipers in this situation.
No one can
It's kind of a
hide from my
rare time where I think it
sight.
makes sense for Ana.
Payload in motion.
Targeting hostile.
Oh, reload. Very important to reload right now. Oh, kill the Ana, kill the Ana, kill the... Don't hit the Sig. you see multiple ones get lifted, right? The Sombra or the Ana here would be way better than hitting the Sig. Thankfully, Hanzo gets her. Yeah, break the shield. Right. After this, nade, big nade, yep. So now you heard deflect, so you know there's no deflect.
Engage the
Zed's out of position again.
hostile
That nade
here.
is terrible.
Almost ready. I won't let you fall.
Hostile here.
Nano boost almost ready.
Yeah, it's tough for you to react. I think he eats the rock too. Is that what happens?
Almost ready.
Oh no, he eats the Sigma shot. Yeah, I don't think you could have realistically saved that.
You're powered up.
I guess this is his last fight, so I guess you had to do that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really just tough. I mean, you're fighting uphill here. They have ult advantage. Your Zed messed up the trance. I think this last fight, there's not much you can do differently.
I won't let you fall.
Like, theoretically, if you're very quick, you could have turned and healed your Zed, but I don't think that's realistic.
You're powered up.
And I think that you did the right call by nanoing there to give your team at least a little bit of a chance. Okay, so overall, I mean, last fight, I don't think there's not a lot you could do about, but overall, I think over the course of the game, I think you could have made a lot more plays. So number one is, I think you need to recognize how much healing does your team need, right? The less healing they need, the greedier you can be in terms of the damage that you can do. You're running very, very low healing lineups, right? So, like, when you run Ball, when you run Sigma, when you run Double Sniper, they don't need healing for the most part. Like, they need very, very little healing, so you should be doing a lot more damage in these types of games, and I don't think you picked up on that and acted accordingly. Number one. Number two, I think your sleeps are spammy, right? You're just kind of chucking them to chuck them, which is no good. And I think you should literally, like, it's okay to hold sleep for like 40, 50, 60 seconds, no problem, just hold sleep. Remember that when you get to higher levels, people will play differently when they know that you have sleep. All right, they will often be not aggressive when you don't use sleep. So if I'm playing tank, I know you have sleep, I will not like dive in maybe, right, or like commit until I know that sleep and nade have been used. But the second that you use them, then I get super aggressive. So just by holding them, you provide value as a deterrent against being dove, right? That's very, very important. Or using abilities like Flux, for example. So that's number two, is just ability usage in general. Number three is understanding when fights are fully committed and it's a win or die situation. I think you keep trying to retreat from fights on defense that result in staggers. So for example, you only got one fight on the second point because of your stagger. Remember, you were fighting down here, you lost the fight, you tried to run, you got all the way over here, and then you died. And the next fight that you took was right here. Like this spot right here. You should actually get two fights on the second point, but because of your stagger, your team didn't get a chance to do so. So they only had the opportunity to have one fight here. They did win that and had a second fight, but in terms of like, you should be able to suffer two losses per point, and you only gave your team one loss because of your major stagger. So I think those are the three biggest things that really stand out to me. All, pretty straightforward to work on. Hopefully it's helpful.